Come on in. Jumping in here, Dave.
Title King.
What a hunt. Truly blessed. On veteran. All right, folks. We're going to do a little squirrel sliders today. So I've been doing some hunting. I've got 4 squirrels that I got on 2 different hunts. Had 2 in the freezer, got 2 the other day, and cleaned them up. We've got the hind legs and the front shoulders in here, and what I'm doing is I'm marinating them. I soaked them in salt water overnight just to kind of get the blood and stuff out of them. Cleaned them up this morning, and then now I've got them seasoned. And what we've done is we've used some garlic powder, regular crushed pepper, and Babunya's mild gourmet spice. This stuff is amazing. We love this on pretty much anything we eat. So that's been marinating. What we're going to do next is I'm going to just lightly brown these on the stove in a pan with some butter, just to kind of brown them, and then we're going to throw them in a crock pot and let them cook slow. Alright, I'm just going to put 2 tablespoons of butter in the pan and let that melt down. While that's melting down, I'm just going to uncover our casserole dish that has our squirrel marinated in it. Alright, so the butter is all melted, so we're just going to throw in the squirrel, brown them on each side a little bit, not long. Kind of get a little brown on each side. That's all we want. We just want that little bit of like golden brown on each side, because the rest of the meat will cook in the crock pot. Okay, that looks good. We're just going to throw them in our crock pot over here. Okay.
This segment is brought to you by Altera Alpaca Socks, Bison Coolers, Buck Cage, cage your next buck, Dusty W German Short-Haired Pointers, and Killer Food Plots. You reap what you sow.
Sizzling real good. These aren't big, so we don't want them to cook all the way through because we don't want them to get tough. We just want to get that brownness on them. Okay, that's perfect. Just like that, little golden brown. Throw them in there as well. Okay. Turn the stove off. We'll put our kettle back on here. I'll show you guys what it looks like. Alright. So there's our squirrel in the crock pot right now. Okay, so what we're going to do next is I'm going to take a measuring cup here. We've got a packet of Goya chicken flavored seasoning. Kind of like, instead of using chicken broth, it's not a lot of squirrels, we're going to just do a mix here. So we're going to get our measuring here. I'm going to put 1 cup. Okay. Throw our seasoning in this. Okay. And then we're just gonna mix that up. Okay, that looks good. Let's dump that over our squirrel. All right, and now we're just gonna cover the squirrel up with a lid. Plug it in. And we're gonna start. We'll put the crock pot on high for the first hour, and then we're just going to turn it down to low and just let it cook really, really slow. And then what we'll do is when it's done, I'll check it and we'll pull all the meat off of it, shred it, and we'll get like a nice sweet barbecue sauce, some grated cheese, and some slider buns, and I'll show you how we finish it.
This segment is brought to you by Raptor Razor Knives, Vortex Optics, Scrape Fix, Tacticam, Share Your Hunt, and Reveal Cellular Cameras by Tacticam.
Alright guys, so we've had the squirrel cooking in our crock pot for the last 4 hours, slow cooking. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take it out, I'm just going to put it on this plate, I'm going to take it over to the table, and I'm going to pull the meat off the bones, shred it, put it in a bowl, mix it with a little bit of Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, and then we're just going to put it back in the crock pot to keep it warm until we're ready to put it on our Hawaiian King pretzel buns that we got for the sliders, with some cheese, and we're going to do a jalapeno topping with it, and then put that in the toaster oven just to melt the cheese and whatnot, and it should be good. So I'm just going to get these out now. And the meat should fall right off of the legs here once we're done. Okay, so we got our squirrel all cooked, and I'm just going to bring it over here. We're going to take the meat off, shred it, put it in a bowl. Alright, we're on the last leg here from our squirrels.
And the meat just pulls right off of this really easy when you slow cook it in a crock pot like that. Okay. Alright, so that takes care of that. Next thing is I'm just going to shred it up a little bit more in the bowl here. Now we use Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. You can use whatever kind that you prefer. Alright, we're just going to squirt that all in there. We'll mix that around a little bit and then we'll see how much more we need. Looks like we need some more. The meat's gonna soak up that barbecue sauce, so you may have to put a little bit more than what you think you're gonna need on there. Now we're looking like a little pooled meat dish there. Alright. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put this back in the crock pot, keep it on warm until we're ready to put it onto our pretzel buns with the cheese and the jalapenos. Get the rest of it out of here. We don't want to leave any in the bowl. Okay. Alright, and then we're just going to put a little bit of the juice to keep it moist in here while it's getting warm. We're going to turn that on warm and I'll stir that around just a little bit and I'll probably add some more barbecue sauce to it just to let it flavor. Alright guys, so I'm going to start to put the squirrel barbecue, pulled squirrel barbecue, whatever you want to call it, onto our slider buns here and top it with our shredded cheese and jalapenos, and then we're going to stick them into a toaster oven to just melt and finish up, and these will be like nice little appetizers for a little meal that we're having. So okay. Alright, now we're going to top it with some cheese. Hello. And there we go. All right, we're gonna head over to the toaster oven. Got the meat on the slider pretzel roll buns. Check that out. All right, we've got cheese on them and jalapeno peppers. So we're just gonna stick that in here. Look at that. All right, and we're gonna let that cheese melt, get them a little bit warmer, and we'll have a nice little snack. All right, guys. Well, the sliders are done. My taste testers are here, but they're gonna stay off camera. Okay, but really simple. If you like to go hunting squirrel, this is a really cool. A lot of people different recipes. This was just do them in a crock pot. It's squirrel, cheddar, jalapeno sliders on a pretzel bun that we did, and they looked really good. I actually taste tested the meat a little bit because there was a little left, but check that out. And you can just see the jalapeno in there. The cheese is melting. It looks really, really good. And I'm gonna take one really bite quick here, because then we're gonna enjoy, because our daughter and granddaughter is here and we're celebrating Christmas. A little late, but let's see. Oh God, yeah. They're messy, but they're good. We'll see you guys next time.